The latest. Thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all. And all in all, the Savior, the Protector, the Unifier, the Messiah, the King of Kings, the most loved, Captain Ibrahim Traore. The Defense Minister of Burkina Faso have announced that they've been able to seize 3 containers carrying motorbikes heading from Bamako to Ivory Coast. And ever since they've seized these motorbikes, they were expecting that the Ivorians will come out to claim ownership or to even say something concerning these things. But Ivory Coast never came out. And they believe that because these people didn't come out to say anything, they were going to give this motorbike to the terrorists to continue with the activities that are happening in Burkina Faso. Ivory Coast has always allowed itself to be used against the progress of Africa. Even though we are doing everything possible to set ourselves free, these people have vowed never to allow that freedom that we are seeking for in Africa to come to pass. We're expecting that with all the exposés that came out, Ivory Coast will at least take a break. But that is not happening. Ivory Coast is still ready to help the oppressor to continue with the destabilization that is happening in Burkina Faso. And according to the defense minister, the things that they've seized is billions of money. It's not small money that they wasted to get these terrorists, these motorbikes. We've seen the recent attacks that happened and the number of motorbikes and all the things that they've seized from these people. Now we know the source of it. Why is it that the African is the one that is fighting against its progress? The same Ivory Coast that was asking the president of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, to go and talk to Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso for them to come back into the ECOWAS bloc is the same nation that is fighting Mali, Niger et Burkina Faso.
Nous sommes venus ici aujourd'hui parce qu'il y a eu une saisie de cargaison de 900 motos absoniques et de 164 tricycles sur la RN1. Depuis le 7 avril jusqu'à nos jours, personne n'est venu revendiquer la propriété de ces motos ni justifier la destination de ces motos. La valeur de cette cargaison s'élève à près de 750 millions hors taxes. Voilà, ça veut dire que si on ajoute les taxes de douane, etc., ça va aller au plus d'1 milliard. Voilà la valeur de ces marchandises-là. Alors pour cette saisie, nous avons voulu que les chauffeurs et le convoyeur aillent donner l'information aux propriétaires pour qu'ils reviennent, pour qu'on puisse identifier la destination réelle de ces marchandises. Et comme je le disais, 2 mois passés, personne ne s'est présenté. Donc nous présumons que ces engins effectivement étaient destinés aux terroristes. À l'instant T, ces motos seront confisquées et confiées à l'unité qui a procédé à la saisie de ces motos pour être employées par nos FDS et nos VDP sur le théâtre des opérations. C'est l'occasion pour moi également de lancer cet appel à tous les commerçants, à tous les acteurs économiques, que désormais la guerre contre le financement du terrorisme va prendre une autre ampleur en termes de rigueur, mais en termes également d'action concrète sur le terrain. Vous savez que les motos type Aloba ou les motos Aloba, en termes de vente ou d'importation, sont réglementées sur l'ensemble de notre territoire. Il faut des autorisations d'importation, des autorisations d'achat. Et donc, au Burkina Faso, la vente et l'importation de ces motos sont bien encadrées. Donc, certaines personnes qui se sentent très intelligentes importent ces motos, se positionnent à quelques kilomètres de nos frontières, et revendre ces motos à ses ennemis de la nation. Ce qu'il faut retenir aussi, c'est que vous allez trouver au niveau des images sur les théâtres des opérations à tout moment, vous allez voir que ces ennemis de la nation reviennent toujours avec des motos neuves. Posons-nous la bonne question. Où est-ce que ces gens trouvent ces motos? Où est-ce qu'ils trouvent ce carburant? Alors, instruction a été donnée par le chef de l'État de traquer désormais toute personne qui va se rendre complice ou auteur des faits du financement du terrorisme.
According to some reports also that there are some troops from France, but I don't know how true that one is. Why is it that the African will always be used against its own self? This thing that you are doing, thinking that you are fighting Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, the leaders, is not the case. Like Captain Ibrahim Traore said, they don't have any problem with the people of Burkina Faso, but they have a problem with the leaders of Burkina Faso. So what is happening in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso? It is a revolution that the people are asking, that they are tired of oppression. And if Ivory Coast, you the leaders, have vowed and sacrifice yourselves to be yellow papas gatekeepers and to be doing whatever that will please them, you have to allow other people that know what freedom is and they are fighting for their freedom. The African leader always think about himself. That is why people are saying that they give you money and you allow other things to be happening in the continent against the majority. So because of you, the minority, we the other ones that are the majorities should continue to be suffering. Why will we have all these things? And yet we are suffering. And because you are gatekeepers, all that you do is to come and sing the songs that will please the oppressor and not us. With all the mineral resources that we have, we are still the poorest. These people are depending on Africa to become a better place. But they are the same people that will sit down and point fingers at Africa and paint us black as if we are the ones that are depending on their mercy. But they know that without us, they are nothing. And that is why the poor continent that we have and we are in is asking these people to leave, and they still have a problem leaving the continent for us. If you claim Africa is poor, why is it that we are asking you to leave the continent and you have a problem? We are saying that we cannot take care of our affairs because you say we cannot take care of the affairs of our own selves. And now we are proving to you that we have leaders who are capable of managing the affairs of the nation, and you are still going after these leaders. That should tell you that the narrative is different. These people always do something in Africa, but when they finish, they try to paint as bad. Till date, Ivory Coast in history has never help in the fight of the African liberation. You have always allowed yourself to be used against the freedom of Africa. And that is why till date we don't have any single freedom fighter coming from Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast has always been the one that is a sellout. You always prefer to sell the continent for your own gain. Why are these people fighting for their own progress and yet the African is fighting against its own progress? Is it not good that we have Africa, having everything in Africa, and the people in Africa living a better life than what we are seeing in Africa? It's not the leaders who are giving these people easy access to whatever that they want to have in Africa and making sure the people suffer. And all that they do best is to sit in their meetings and claim how they love us. They only talk about the love they have for the continent in their speech, and after that, the African continue to suffer. If you know you're a leader in Africa and you are not ready to fight for the progress of the people, why then do you decide to become a leader in Africa? You should rather be fighting to become leaders in those places where you go, even though you claim you are presidents, that they do not value you. These people always smile at you and shake hands with you because of what you are making them to have in Africa. So they always speak to police us, and we will always buy into their speech. But when the time comes for them to take bold actions, that is when we get to know the real character and the true identity of the leaders that we have. So far, the only leaders that we have in Africa are those that are in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. Any other leader in Africa, we are still seeing speech and not actions. Because the moment these people start going after these leaders, then we know that these leaders are truly doing something beneficial and good for their people. Until then, whatever leader we are praising is just on paper. United we stand, divided we fall, and united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world, in Africa, West Africa, and in Burkina Faso.